Hey, so I just wanted to make this short video to share some thoughts I've been having before I go to bed. So I don't know, I just been reflecting on the world and just all the different stuff going on around the world, and been spending time alone, also just trying to work through my own mindsets, beliefs and just different stuff like that. And then it just kind of hit me a little while back about wow, like what can really be done? What can be done to make the world a better place? Change the world and make it a better place. And so I somehow that quote, I think it's a Maya Angelou quote, it popped in my head about be the change you want to see in the world. And then a little more time passed, and then I ended up hearing listening to that Michael Jackson song about I'm looking at the man in the mirror, asking him to change his ways. And then what's the other? Oh, you want to make the world a better place. You got to take a look at yourself and make the change. And it just hit me, like, especially since I've been a little more in solitude and giving myself space to just reflect, ask deeper questions about my mindset, my point of view, worldview, just asking some of those deeper questions. And it hit me like that quote from Maya Angelou and that song from Michael Jackson couldn't be more accurate. And I'm gonna tell you why, because this is from personal experience. As I've been alone, I've been thinking like, wow, okay, you can't change anybody else's behavior, or who you can't change anybody else, right? You only can change yourself. So look at the man in the mirror. And what's so powerful about doing that is when you reflect deeply enough and spend enough time in solitude without being distracted, you start to realize that the way you feel about yourself and see the world, and the same for other people, those everybody's perception, and that the lens that they see life through it's totally based off of their life experience and who they've been raised around and influenced by on all levels, culturally, socially, economically, whatever. Those outer influences and what they're taught growing up as a child from their family environment, it molds the adult that you see personally and other people you deal with in the world. So it got me to thinking though, like, when you heal yourself and realize that a lot of the ways that you think personally and the way you see the world and other people is because of what you've been taught to believe is the way things are or what's true. You've been influenced and had a psychological imprint from your environment growing up all the way up to adulthood that's influencing the lens that you view the world through and yourself through. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But then I started to think about, like, when we're born into the world, my mom used to say that everybody's like a blank piece of paper. And then you get influenced and then shaped by your environment over the years, and then this is what you got. But now that I'm an adult and I have been spending this time isolated, I was thinking about, like, okay, so I'm here and I might feel certain ways or believe certain things, but before all the psychological influences and blueprinting happened to me, who was I before all that? Who was I? And it just hit me like, okay, I was just simply a light, loving soul, like just pure. Like I wasn't influenced or jaded or whatever. And so I've been spending a lot of time trying to reverse engineer some of the distortions that I had psychologically. And it just made me realize like everybody in the world is going through that.